My name is Joe Kesselman, and I am the Executive Director of Solar Village Project. I remember the first time we did our full-scale village distribution with solar lights. It was 2014. We had crowdfunded enough to purchase about 100 of these solar home systems. We distributed one solar home system for every home in the village, and for the first time since that village had been around, there was electric light there, and it was bright, and it was very festive and joyous, and people were excited. It was just a really big deal, and it let me know that we were on the right track. We started focusing on schools because they are essentially community centers within the villages that we're working with. And it's also a place that exposes them to the benefits of solar.
My name is Dinyaneshwar Malsa. I am the headmaster of the primary central school in Wakas village. When I joined this school, the existing power meter was shut off because of many unpaid bills. There was no electricity. So I had an idea. I talked with a friend of mine from a nearby school, since I knew he already had a solar system installed. My friend told me his school doesn't need a power grid connection because they can rely completely on solar power to meet their needs. After I heard this, I decided to get solar power for my school too. A foundation located here in India recommended us to the American-based Solar Village project. That is how we are going to get our own solar power system in the next few days.
My name is Ravindra Paste. I am a primary teacher and I work in this school, which is located in Anterneed village. Before our school got solar power, we had to pay power bills at commercial rates. That is far higher than the residential rate. This was a constant financial strain on our school, and we teachers had to contribute to pay the power bills. After the solar project was installed at our school, 1 kilowatt of power capacity became available to us, which met all our needs. Today, all the electric appliances and electronic devices work without interruptions. We have not had to pay a single power bill since the system was installed. We are known as a zero-energy school and have been recognized as the first green school in the district. But in the rural areas, we have serious challenges connecting children to the mainstream of education. They have many basic needs which aren't being met. Reliable electricity is one of those basic needs.
We make only 250 rupees a day. That makes it hard to run the house and feed the kids. Other people here are poor like us.
A while back, a neighboring house received a power bill of 21,000 rupees. Rather than paying such a steep power bill, it is better to hook the power line in the evening and remove it by 8 in the morning. On some occasions, the power is out for 2 or 3 days. The children must study in this situation.
Today, the solar project is getting installed in our school. The urgent need for power, both from the perspective of our village and the school, will be addressed. That is why all the teachers and students are really satisfied and happy. We hope that the school's power issues will be resolved for the next 15 to 20 years.
1, 2, 3.
Modern healthcare requires very reliable access to electricity. We power health clinics in rural areas partly in response to the COVID epidemic because it is so impactful. Our goal is to power 63 primary health centers. One primary health center provides healthcare for 30,000 people.
I am working with the Solar Village project to install solar power systems at medical clinics and hospitals where power outages can endanger people's lives. In remote areas without electricity access, we are trying to get enough power so that if a person is being treated for COVID or something else, his treatment is not interrupted.
I'm the government program manager for health services. Lack of electricity has become a serious problem. If we do not have electricity, we cannot provide services at the ground level. Here we get grid supply for only 10 or 14 hours maximum. We do not get more than this. If solar energy gets installed, then there will be a change in the way things happen.
This is an extremely backward area and is prone to floods from the Gakra and Saryu rivers. Poverty is a big factor, and wherever there is poverty, there is malnutrition and people are more vulnerable to disease.
I get 150 or 200 walk-in patients each day. Emergency runs all 24 hours. Power is needed every single time, for every person. If a patient comes in the evening and there is no power, then how will we be able to work? One time the power went off while a woman was giving birth and there was no time to switch on the generator. If we had had a solar backup, we would have been able to manage.
Let's talk about COVID. We have deep freezers, and they all need to have power backup to preserve the medicines. We are administering Covishield vaccine. When we receive it, we need to store it. If we have no power backup, it will get spoiled. We want to thank Solar Village Project for selecting our health center for a solar installation. This will improve our health services and help us take them to everyone in the community.
This is a remote village, and we get very little electricity here. Whenever the power goes off, we immediately turn this light on. It shines nicely. The kids can use it for studying without affecting their eyes. If I have to go to the fields or feed an animal at night, then I take this light. There is no fear of breakage.
When I got connected with the Solar Village Project, we had no power here. The director of Solar Village Project came and saw it was dark and that the children could not study, and it was hard to cook food. 300 lights were donated in the village, and we were very happy with this.
We were satisfied with the light. We could get good brightness from it. Kids could study properly, and we could do many tasks.
The problem is that repair service for the light is not close, and it is not easy to fix them here.
We learned a lot from our experiences giving these products away over the years. That they work pretty well for quite a while typically, but eventually the lights would end up failing at some point, 1, 2, 3, 4 years down the line. And we didn't really have a program or a plan in place to deal with that. And so we started a social enterprise called Solar Village Enterprise. And through this enterprise, we have the capacity to provide the service we never could when we were doing these charitable distributions. Because now we use microfinance, and we have teams of technicians and installers to not only install, but also to service these systems if there's ever a problem. India itself is the third largest greenhouse gas emitter on the planet after America and China. There's a lot of people in India, 1.3 billion people. 700 million of them live in rural communities. A lot of them can use solar to get the access to electricity that they need. And so our goal is through Solar Village Enterprise is to make sure that their primary choice is going to be solar. If we can provide reliable access and substantial access to electricity through solar power, then we can really make a dent in climate change.